guys, welcome back to the channel with Heather at the Lycan Project. This is my frightfully large Tome-tastic TBR for February. So I have 2 readathons I want to participate in, and I'll get to those books later. But I've got 2 general reads for the month. So I've got, coming over from last month, I have And the Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, which is everything whispered inside me, everything spoke to everything, and I knew it all. I opened my eyes, curious to learn what I would see in the world outside me, if it would be anything like the inside world. So I don't know a lot about this book. I know it is whimsical, because all Neil Gaiman is whimsical, and people tend to put it in sort of a horror situation, so I will be getting to this. I've also picked up a nice quick breeze through of the Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead, and being adapted into a graphic novel, which I picked up at a thrift store. So basically it's the beginning of Lisa and Rose's journey into that series. I do have Frostbite, which is the second one, as a graphic novel as well. So one is what they deem a Moriarty. No, sorry. Lisa Dromere she's a magical vampire. Lisa is a magical vampire, and Rose Hathaway is the best friend who is training to be the bodyguard. And there was an accident at the beginning, so they've run away and they've come back. That's what I know. Now moving on to the readathons. The first one is Tome Topple, which is hosted by Thoughts on Tomes. Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, so I will link her announcement video down below. This is the 10th round, so there will be a bingo card involved, so I will pop that up here, and the aim is to cross off as many as you can. But from what I understand, one book can only count for 2 slots. And it's if you get 1 to 3, you're a student. 4 to 7, I believe, you're a scholar, and then you're a sage if you get 7 to 9 ticked off. I've got 2 books. The only rule that seems to go with this, that is a recurring rule, is that the books have to be over 500 pages. So I have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, which I will be... and the readathon goes between the 7th and the 20th of February. So I have The Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, which I will be trying to get to as an audiobook to try and get both knocked out in 2 weeks. This follows Kaz Brecker as he collects his band of misfits and goes on a heist. It is in the Grishaverse, but it is separate to the Smoke and Bone trilogy, so I have been told I can read this without reading the Smoke and Bone trilogy. The other one, so this is a YA sort of fantasy book, and then there is a YA fantasy as well called Furyborn by Claire LeGrant, which follows a blood queen and a sun queen, and it's telling their stories from centuries apart. They both hold the power to either save their world or doom it. So it is the first in a trilogy. I have read a middle grade called Foxheart by Claire LeGrant, so I enjoyed it. I also read The Sawkill Girls. So Claire LeGrant, this will be my 3rd dive into Claire LeGrant, so I really like her writing style. So these are my Tome Topple reads. Then I'm going into the next readathon I want to do, which is Demon-a-thon, which is ran by Yummy and the Demon, or Yummy and the Book Demon. So I'll link her announcement down below as well. This one's a bit more intensive. It's more of a immersive role-playing sort of readathon. It goes from the 14th of February to the 28th of February. So there are a couple of challenges that she's run through it in her video, but I will give it a quick run through. The first challenge is to announce your demon. So it's who your demon is and what you want from them. So you're basically making a contract with this demon, and then you will be making a sacrifice to the demon, which is your time of reading books. And then they've brought along some assistants. So to help you appease and complete your contract, you need to make sacrifices to their demon friends. So, which are effectively the reading prompts. So the first one is a succubus, which is a book that has a steamy / sex scene in it. A steamy romance or a book that has a sex scene in it. I will be doing Return by Demelza Carlton, which is a historical fantasy retelling of Hansel and Gretel. She is a West Australian self-published author. So that is another thing I want to do, is help some more self-published authors, given I'm trying to publish my book this year. So giving them some love. And then we're going on to the UK. I do apologise if I pronounce any of these incorrectly. It's not my intention. And I'm going to do my Hero Academia. It's a manga. It looks quite just fun and silly. So I'll be getting to that to satisfy the UK. And then I go into the Shatani, which is read a book that is weird or doesn't fit into solely into one genre, or is completely out of your comfort zone. I don't read a huge amount of contemporary. Also, I don't read a lot of books that are told in verse. So I've picked up Swing by Kyle Alexander and Mary Radhass. I believe, I could be wrong, I will get back to you. Well, actually, my beautiful wife will Google and I'll let you know. You can just Google the author of that one. And then we go to the Wakai, which is okay. Also, being February is Black History Month, this follows a coloured, given that February is also Black History Month, Kwame Alexander is a black author, so if you just want a quick, easy read, Stolenverso, it will be quick and easy to run through as well. You might want to give that a look at. He also does have Solo as a book. Apparently he has 28 books out, so he might be a good author to look up for Black History Month. And then we go into the Wakai, which is Secrets and Lies. This is another book that's making an appearance from my January TBR, which is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay. Now, there is a secret world in the Muggles, or the non-Magus life of the Wizarding world. So a secret world. And it's full of lies and intrigue, hiding who they don't and being who they might not be. So this is what I'm using for that prompt. Then I'm going to the Immodus, which is an inspiring read. So I have Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic, which is creating a life beyond, a creative living beyond fear. So I hope it inspires me to keep going in my endeavours of creativity and promoting and supporting other people. So that's good. Then we go on to the Djinn. This book is making a reappearance because it is an action or adventure book. Action-packed, and they go on an adventure to run a heist, which is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. So I'll be hoping to get to this in the second week of Tome Topple, so I can kind of dovetail it between the two. And then we go to the Raven Mocha, which is an indulgent read. I did ask for clarification on this one, and it is just a book that you find indulgent or a guilty pleasure or stuff. So I want to nestle down with another self-published author of Natty Kate Mason's The Crowning, which is the first in a trilogy. The final book is coming out in May, so hopefully I can get through this one and the second one, which is A Queen's Fate. So then I'm all caught up for May. So there is also the group read, which is She Walks in Shadows, which I will put up here as well. So yeah, and then I've got an extra day in February because it being a late year, so if I don't finish them all, I will hopefully catch them. So these are some of my books. Let me know if you're taking part in any of those readathons. If not, just let me know what you're reading, and let's use our voices to promote positive change in the world. Thank you, and goodbye! I'm going to put videos over here for you to have a look at, and a subscribe button. So if you like it, please subscribe and like my channel.